I think we're taking a wrong stance on the way we're doing track and field internationally. Now, this is the professional level. It's clear that there are way too many athletes that run post collegiate. Our sport is not like football or basketball or baseball, where there are a finite amount of athletes that can run. Anyone that wants to run post collegiate can. There are too many athletes, too many agents, too few meets, too few events. Honestly, I think our leadership should take this as an opportunity to reboot. Let's just go back to General Motors. I mean, they were bloated and big and struggling and filed for bankruptcy back in 2008. Well, they came out a leaner and meaner and smaller company, and they're right back extremely successful again. That's what track needs to do. We need to reboot and come back with about 60% of the athletes that we have now. And that's just the reality of it, and can set new standards where we can create a definitive number of how many athletes are at the second level, so that we can better serve the great athletes instead of constantly scraping to serve the athletes that should have retired and gone into a job.
Yeah, so we need to put more focus on the people who are making semifinals, not the people who are constantly exiting in the first round, basically.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I look at something, Sebastian Coe, your leader, I think he's very smart and articulate and understands, but they just put up a $500,000 fund to give for athletes, and they said, reach out for money to help. I mean, there are probably 1,500 athletes at the professional level. I mean, what are you going to give them? $75 a piece? I mean, that's worse than our stimulus checks. So we really should. I mean, we should. I mean, that was an embarrassment for $500,000. I mean, I know 600 people that can write a $500,000 check. I mean, so I think we instead of that, we should come up with a finite number. I mean, if you thought about it, world class at an A, if you took an A, B, and a C league system, and the A league only has 32 athletes, that's it in each event, then now we're cutting the numbers down dramatically, and you have to be an A league person. And so it's just like the soccer leagues in Europe, how they drop teams out of the league. That's what we're gonna have to do, and we're gonna have to just go as a sport, as a federation, as the shoe companies need to say, look, we got to stop signing all these people. It makes no sense. And that's the way I think we're going to build our sport, so that you're right. We need to focus on the superstars that are going well, and then the second level developing athletes. But the third and fourth and fifth, they need jobs, and they need to go back and support the sport in the way they can, because they're not helping by just hanging on.
Yeah, I did an analysis. Normally, if you're not good by the time you're like age 22, the odds are you're not going to be great by age 24 and 26.
Right. Right.
If you're not able to develop during those 18 to 22 age range, then it's not going to happen in the second tier of your training, most likely. I mean, there are exceptions, obviously, but
yeah, there are exceptions, right? But it's very, very rare. But I look at someone like a Tremaine Jefferson, who was second indoor and outdoor NCAA last year, made the World Championship team, had a great year. Well, guess what? When we were at the national championships, and this is true, and he'll tell you, I told him, I said, look, you jumped 26 feet twice in your career. You placed second indoor nationals, but they don't give an Olympic medal for indoor long jump. So I said, so you have a 1-year career today. If you can't show that you can be an upper 26, 27-foot jumper, if you can't be in the case to win this event, if you can't be competitive at that level, well, then you need to just finish your degree and get a job. Well, he responded. He got second. He went on and made the World Championship team. Then he ended up going to Europe because of that. Well, he responded to that situation, but he also was realistic, and he knew that, hey, if I don't do this, then I need to move on. And we try to teach our young people, our athletes, that everyone comes in that wants to make the Olympics, and we want them to have that mindset. But there comes a time when you have to realize, I'm jumping a certain distance, and the world-class level is that distance, and to make the team is that distance. And I just got my degree, and so I could piddle around in this for the next 10 years and struggle and scrape and scrap, or else I could be building my craft for my career, and then put yourself in a financial situation where you can give back to your sport. I think we need to have more serious and honest conversations about that part of it. We try to make sure that we train you and teach you how to be the best person you can be. And that's why we've noticed and we've demanded, really, that every athlete stays there 4 years and finishes out their degree, plus get the experience of competing at 4 years in college. In the United States, and thanks to you, FloTrack, MileSplit, ESPN, all of these people, you get more publicity running college track than you get running post collegiate track in the United States. Grant Holloway was on TV more than any post collegiate athlete the last 3 years. I'm sorry, post collegiate athlete. So it's a huge benefit to stay in college, and you're only building your brand. It's not going away. If you can make X amount now, you could continue to win. You can make X amount later. Cheserett's a perfect example. He had a great career. He did nothing but build his brand. So I think that we try to teach people, if you want to be a successful college athlete and professional athlete, this isn't football or basketball where you can get a huge contract. You have to constantly build your brand. And so the college experience is great. Your education is great. And think long term, not short term.
Truer words never been said by Carl Lewis. Appreciate that. Thank you. And again, hopefully we have track, man. I can't wait. Track needs to come back. I'm itching.
I'm looking forward to it. Our men's team and women's team are outstanding. Our sprint program is right now with the guys coming in and everyone coming back. We're better than we were with Cameron and Eli, and that's so. I really want to get back to track because I think we can do some special things with the guys we have.
Can't wait to see it. Thanks a lot, Carl. Appreciate it.
Great, thank you.